तो सार के भाषण घंटे या 2 घंटे भाषण कारण प्रत्येक एवरी सेंटेंस हेड सजेशन तो हम चिंता कला पूर्व आउ गोटे कथा कहीदे जीर्ण कर सहज सोपे टे समय दरकार बहुत गुड़े कथा इट वाज कंप्रेस्ड इन 1 आवर तो सार कहते 1 आवर टॉक 3 घंटार टॉक 1 आवर कहीदे हमें तो पुणे बुझा दरकार डाइजेस्ट करा दरकार असिमुलेट करा दरकार गोटे कथा अच्छी इट इज नॉट इंपोर्टेंट हाउ मच यू टेक बट हाउ मच यू डाइजेस्ट दैट मेक्स यू स्ट्रांग कथा अच्छी इट इज नॉट हाउ मच यू टेक दैट मेक्स यू स्ट्रांग बट हाउ मच यू असिमुलेट दैट केते जीर्ण से आपन स्ट्रांग आ कोन इट इज नॉट हाउ मच यू रीड दैट मेक्स यू नॉलेजेबल बट हाउ मच यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट मेक्स यू केते बुझिच असिमुलेट कर तो इट वाज टू प्रोफाउंड एंड टू वेरी कंडेंस्ड ये टॉक मतलब 2 घंटा भीतर दे पारे सब सारे बोली से सूत्र फॉर्म रे कही सूत्र एज थे आप व्याख्या कमेंटरी एज आसला सूत्र फॉर्म रे उपनिषद लिखा है तो लोक बुझीपारे व्याख्याकार आसे व्याख्या कमेंटरीज आसला एज ऑफ कमेंटरीज सो हिज टॉक इट्स कमेंटरीज प्रत्येक जिनस बट आई विल ट्राई टू से जहाँ कहले आई विल ट्राई टू सिनॉप्साइज इट इन इंग्लिश. First is, what is the importance of bhakti? You know, Bhagavad Gita, 18 chapters. One is Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Jnana Yoga. And he wanted to say that karma becomes real karma when it is tempered with bhakti. Karma karne mu karte will have you think that I have done it. The karma gets vitiated with ego. If it is a flower and it is moth eaten, then the beauty of flower is lost. So karma becomes niskama karma in his language only when it is tempered by bhakti. Ar kaha pe takku neikri karma kori takku arpana kar tava dravyam jagat guru I am offering everything to you. Jaha kichu pai tamari kripar to pai na. This is the real karma. Karma with bhakti. Then jnana, he was trying to show the importance of karma. If you have jnana, every possibility that you, I know so much, others don't know. So you have vanity of knowledge, ego. I know so much. So it inflates your ego. But if there is a bhakti, you know, tamuku janile, mu sabu jani pare. If I know you, I know everything. So that will give you humility. Bhakti asijibo. You know, jhaks to tamari chodu pai bade. Jnana you get it from knowledge. True knowledge makes you feel that he is the real agent, I am an instrument. That knowledge gives you. So knowledge ends in bhakti and karma culminates in bhakti. So bhakti is important. When you take food with bhakti, this is prasad. When you live in a house with bhakti, that becomes devara. Isn't it? So many series he gave. And when you are going to we are going on tour with sense of devotion, that becomes pilgrimage. The journey turns into pilgrimage when there is bhakti. You are trying so many. And next you are trying to say that what is life? Life is journey. It is journey from being human. Human being, you are born as a human being and you become a human. मनीष शरीर नहीं कि आसचे कि हम इधर मनुष्यत्व न थई पारे तेणु मनीष गोटे ह्यूमन बीइंग वी हैव टेकन द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ ह्यूमन बीइंग इज नॉट अ स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ अ डॉग वी इज अ ह्यूमन बीइंग यू आर बोर्न एज ए व्हेन यू आर बोर्न विथ ए बॉडी इनोसेंट नो नथिंग अबाउट द वर्ल्ड अराउंड बट इन कोर्स ऑफ टाइम द लाइफ जर्नी यू बिकम ट्रूली ह्यूमन you feel that other suffering is my suffering, other's joy is my joy. When you have that sense of empathy or identification, you become truly human. Then he was trying to say, what is the meaning of human being? Now, human is this, but there is a being inside. There is something which comes and goes, but the being inside goes from birth to birth. Punarapi janama. So there is a being, there is a permanent thing in an impermanent structure. The body made up of 5 fundamental elements that gets disintegrated when you are consigned to flames. A handful of ash, the whole body turns into a handful of ash. But the being, human is gone, but the being goes from one life to another, migrates. Then she says, what is ours? What is there from when you are conceived in mother's womb in a zygote? And when we leave the body, what is there permanently with us? Prana. He says prana-vayu. That means the vital breath is something which we are born with, and when we die, when this body disintegrates only when you have eyes, you have ears, everything, but a prana-vayu, there are 10 vayus, no time to discuss, 10 vayus, they leave the body one after the other. Then, he says if you go to 4 places, then you grow in wisdom. 4 places. You understand the real meaning of life. First is go to a hospital. A person who has a very brilliant record in terms of knowledge, acquisition of knowledge, accumulation of wealth, accumulation of fame, jaha kichi achi, and if you go when somebody is going to die, with a ventilator there, feeling helpless. Gave so many examples for the personal life. He says, you realize that everything that comes will go, and now I am going back. Sense of impermanence if you go to a hospital. If you go to a prison, you understand the real meaning of life. Life means live with freedom and enjoy. Live with freedom and enjoy. That is the definition. So, I remember when I was a student in a regional college, there was a Johnson party was there. Somebody came to, very people know this BJP Johnson. He said, how many people don't have food? I will give you 1 lakh. I will give you food. We are wondering how you can. If you are hungry, if you are a poor man, if you want to be assured of a house and food, very easy. How? Commit crime. Supposing the chief minister comes, just come with with a knife. He will be arrested, he will put in the prison. In a prison, you are assured of snacks, food, mosquito net, entertainment, twice non-vegetarian food. That is a jail manual. So you are more secured. 100 people also commit crime. They are habitual criminals. What do? They go to the prison, they are released, again they commit crime, again they go. But, he said, how many of you would like to go to the prison? Because in prison there is no freedom. Everything is there, but there is no freedom. In the language, at 6:30 you go, 6:40 you come, your freedom is curtailed, and there is no freedom. So when you go to prison, you feel how precious is freedom. Then he says, go to a burial ground. He gave the example of Nanak. He said that okay, I'll give you a pin. You give me, after you are dead in the heaven we meet. How can I take a pin? I'm leaving everything behind. Then you will realize that whatever you have, you will leave behind, even the body by which you are known. There is an important story of every man, I don't want to tell you. You only go with your prarabdha, result of your karma. Good karma or bad karma, that will determine the place where you are going to born. That will determine how much of pleasure and pain you are subject to, where you are going to marry, where you are going to born, what kind of disease you are susceptible to. Everything will determine is earning from the past. Earning from the past. Destiny boli bhagya boli kichhi nathai. Sabudaka purbara arjana. We are carrying the luggage of the past. That you realize when the burial ground. Even the body is not yours. That is a very beautiful drama. Then he says, what is mine? The answer comes. The results of your karma will accompany you beyond the grave. Ko maa petre janma nabo, kete dukho sukho paibo. Is sabuda ko prarabdha hikri, e janmar karma ta tama sang phala jibo tama sangre. Bhala ebang kharab. Ab bhala kharab dijak neutralize karibe nahi. For bhala, for good, you will enjoy. For wrong, you will suffer. Because every karma has a pratikarma. It has a science. Don't have time to discuss. Then you realize. That means if you go to the 4 places, you realize the meaning of life. Then if you go to an ashram, a hermitage, where a sannyasi lives. He is in the world but doesn't belong to it. He's in the world. Once I was traveling with Professor Hridanand Rai, who has been many times here at Dhenkanal and different places. We were going to Puri and he said, "But बत्तकटे सी तांको स्त्री जाउछन बत्तकटे पिपिल पाखरे पानी भीतर उडी के छाडी दला कहला आज देख 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 एटा ही बरेगे स्त्री बसन कोन बरेगे ना देखो ना देखो देहरे पानी थिला सांगे से छाडी दला जा जा कोने रे मिलियो मुक्त हिला पानी रे मुक्त हिला एटा बैराग्यर मूड." So when you go to sannyasi, that is why Buddha's last year was he saw a sannyasi. Why is four sides he saw? Na? That made him to renounce the. But Buddha says, again he came back and said, be in the world, don't belong to it. ଆପଣ ଘର ତିଆରି କରିଥିବେ କି ଯଦି ଭଡ଼ା ଘର କଣ୍ଟା ବାଡ଼େଇଲେ ଆପଣ କହିବେ ବିପିନ ସାରଙ୍କ କହିଲେ କହିଲେ ସେ କଣ୍ଟା ବାଡ଼ା ତୁମ ଛାତିରେ ବାଡ଼ିଲା ଲାଗୁଛି ଘରେ କଣ୍ଟା ବାଡ଼ା ହେଉଛି କିନ୍ତୁ ସେ ଘରଟା ବି ମୋର ଆରେ ଏତେ କାହିଁ ଇନଭାଇଟ୍ କରୁଛ sometimes we invite problems and complain that we suffer ଆରେ ଘରଟା ଭଡ଼ା ଦେଇଛି କଣ୍ଟା ବାଡ଼ି ଝୁଲେଇବନି କଣ୍ଟା ବାଡ଼ିଲେ ତମ ସେଇ ତା you think that you are the house. Not that the house belongs to you, but you are the house. Tomorrow suffering kare kiya suffering kare. So we invite suffering. ये होचे हमको जन्मदिन रे ये फूल ऊपर में सोईचे कि तुम मृत्यु बेले फूल आम ऊपर we are on the flower but in the last night the flowers are on us. That is the then he was giving the example. Actually, that is the example I gave. That is Buddha's example. Somebody came to Buddha, said, Lord, I want peace. Now you want peace? Remove the first two words. I, je parjanto ahankara thibo, sabu jinse jodi ki ta bhitar thibo. I gonna want. Buddha says it is the desire, unfulfilled desire, that descends into mother in form of विज्ञान एम्ब्रियोनिक कॉन्शियसनेस प्रथम जाइगोटा डिसाइड करूची से गोटे गीत गाइब पेंटर हम ना कौन हम तो क्रिमिनाल हम एम्ब्रियोनिक कॉन्शियसनेस व्हाई डिसाइड्स कारण आत्मा छाड़िया को चाहे कॉन्शियसनेस पृथ्वी को छाड़िया को जाबड़ी क्लिंगिंग दैट इज व्हाई इफ देयर इज सम डिजायर्स रिमेन अनफुलफिल्ड टू फुलफिल दिस डिजायर्स यू टेक ए अप्रोप्रिएट बर्थ व्हिच विल हेल्प यू टू फुलफिल द डिजायर. That is how karma is the missing link between the past and present and future. Buddha gave a model of 3 lives. Past 12 hui, Bhava Chakra. 3 life. Past, kimdi asuchi, janma hoche, sarira asuchi, vedana asuchi, jara marana chakra. Marthanda. He says the cost of things are going up. Population is going up, cost of things, but the value of life is coming down. आपने देखो यार 10 लोग मरी गले मरते गले सब जन मर जोड़ी आईएस माने कौन करते हैं आईएस माने इस्लामिक स्टेट यू नो हाउ डू दे किल पीपल उनको देखले माने हेरिटेज तुम सीधा कर ठिया कर दो तो गोटे खंडा आनी गिरी किंतु कुकुड़ा कटा दे से मार दो मुंडोटा गड़ पड़े the value of life has come down but the cost of things have gone up. Being a human being doesn't mean that you are human. So life is a journey from being a human being and being human. That is the message of this. And how it is possible? Turn within. Jimti would pointer withdraws itself. So we have to withdraw, turn ourselves within, and so that the peace is within. Thank you.